I'm Trevor, born in the Great White North. When Moose Rodeo didn't work out as his first career, he turned to his second passion, mechanical engineering.
I mean, they go hand in hand.
Yeah, Moose Rodeo, Robot Rodeo, all the same.
Yeah. Wow. Look at this current.
He
Yeah.
does a mean finger puppet.
I'm trying to get in the nice finger puppet circuit, but I just haven't cracked into that yet.
You gotta have dreams. Baby Batfish believes in you.
Nice.
Was that your elbow popping?
Nope.
No, he hadn't cracked into it yet.
It's a runny laugh. Just
All right, can I just lock my my laterals 100% left forever? That's what I need right about now. Whoa. It's windy.
Yeah, these coral really like these protuberances, these promontories of basalt here.
Yeah. If I were a betting man, I'd say that they are the size they are because they eat really well, grow really fast, and topple and die because of this sporty current.
it's a really good guess. Somebody's been listening to the science team.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, viewers, for being along with us. It's amazing to be able to share this with you. You know, we are thrilled to have the opportunity. And I don't know. I mean, I work for the trust, so I feel like I can just say that this is, you know, really central to all of our passions for this work. It's not only do we get to go exploring and we get to see these things and test technologies and bring them out into the field and you know, give feedback to technology developers, but that we get to share all this with you. So this is a remarkable undertaking, you know, contracting our own satellite to connect telepresence-enabled exploration, but it all really works because we have the community of scientists ashore and the tremendous core of exploration that we bring out, including folks who are coming out for the very first time, like Jake, through our internship program or like our science communication fellows, through those programs. And yeah, it just really means a lot to us to be able to bring you along with these. So for folks watching all around the world, thank you for being here out in the Central Pacific, just south of the equator with us, diving near Jarvis Island. This dive will continue all throughout the day, throughout the night tonight for us, local time, and throughout the day tomorrow. So you'll just get to witness this, you know, be part of authentic exploration with us, going places no one's been before or that are poorly understood. And
That was happening on the last shift.
Yeah, I figured that
Happens at the same time as this.
Yeah, that's weird. I might have even caused that because out of the blue, everything looked fine, and I thought I would just do a quick zoom.
Yeah.
And so if we're
I don't
doing
know why that would cause anything. I want to try something here. Let's do these. Just a thought. Nope. A thought failed.
Can you cycle power to Zeus on Argus?
Let's not do that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're related.
Clearly.
I think it's part of the focal stack, one of the boards. I'd have checked the pinout on that, because there's probably other instruments too on that. No. Yeah, I'll look at that later.
It was interesting. I mean, I was able to go. I can still.
Those are different. No, they're not. The zoom is the same as the focus, but it's different than the iris.
Yeah, the iris I have control over.
Okay, that's good.
But focus, it was responsive when I first moved it.
I
but
saw
then
that, yeah,
it
and
just
then it stuck. Yeah.
And as soon as it stuck, I think that's when that went yellow.
Yeah. That's all serial. I'll look at what's on that same board later.
Okay.
It happened last shift, and I think they just waited and it fixed itself.
Sounded like
that's
they
what he handed over to me.
pulled the comms on that box.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead, Wayne. And leave it unplugged for a sec once you get it.
There's 2. Stand by.
2?
2 connections.
Oh, really?
Okay.
What would those do?
Well, I'm guessing the DB9 is the comms.
Yes.
And all right, so let's try iris, which we had.
You disconnected it and reconnected it? Do you want to leave it disconnected? That's what I was trying to get you to do. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me know when it's disconnected.
Yeah. Stand by. Let me get the cable on the bottom. Okay.
So you're disconnected now?
Yep.
Sonar is messed up too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my original theory is wrong. You still got iris control, right?
No, I disconnected everything.
Oh, you don't need to disconnect the iris controller.
Stand by. I think it gets power through the box. Maybe. Let's see. Let's leave that one off. Let's see if. Yeah, it gets.
They should be independent.
No, it needs both. This box for Argus doesn't even power up unless both are connected to this box.
Both communications are? Both DB9s?
There's a DB25 and a DB9.
Right, so the DB9 is the one I was concerned with, just the communication.
Yeah, if I disconnect that, then I lose iris as well.
Really?
Yeah. Let's test it. Yep, it goes dark.
That's bizarre.
This box goes dark
Doesn't make any sense to me.
with this still connected.
Huh.
The DB25's labeled power.
Right.
You know, the DB9's just a serial.
Hmm.
Yeah. So do you want it connected or?
Sure, we'll connect it. We could try cycling Zeus power,
Okay.
but we'll let you, once you're connected there, we'll do it after.
This is all connected. I have iris.
Okay.
I have a bit of tele. I do not seem to have focus.
Okay. Stand by. Oh,
Whoa.
it wanted to.
Yeah, it jumped in for a second. The focus,
Yeah.
as I was moving it, I saw it move.
Yeah, that's telemetry.
Let me.
So one thing we can do, let's think about this. Can you kill your thrusters, please? Or sorry, just turn off your auto heading. I'll see what's going to happen there.
So we're letting you listen in as our team's troubleshooting the focus on channel 2 on the Argus camera. So
Okay,
we'll
that's
let you
good. So
listen to
put
that
auto heading on
process.
again. Megan, can I ask you for a favor, please? On rack 1 there's the 2 boxes with all our fibers and cables and stuff. Top left has a big green switch.
Tuck left, big green switch.
Could
Yep.
you hit that off, wait 5 seconds, and turn it back on, please?
Yep. Ready now?
Yep.
Off.
We've lost control.
We're good.
On.
Thank you. And we'll let that boot up, and we'll see what happens. This is just one of many theories. Okay, you get your auto heading back on. And you can line me up again. Ooh, 020,
I have it.
I think.
I had it. I got it. I got
Great.
it.
And sonar's back.
There we go.
Okay, that's good
I'm gonna
news. 'Cause
leave
that
it.
means my theory might even be right. That's wild.
That's wild. We're just cross-talking.
I think the board on that muck stack is not happy.
Aha. An unhappy board.
Unhappy board. Could you give me a bump on Argus, Zeus, please?
Yeah. Let me get.
So I got to do my homework and find out what instruments that has, and if we have spares. But that's good.
Okay.
We have a workaround for now. No crisis. Nothing dive ending. Absolutely. Nothing cruise ending. Absolutely not. All happy.
Thank you, Megan.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. I'm here to help. Thank you so much to the viewers writing in. Lots of really nice compliments for the watch team, folks enjoying hanging out, learning with us and staying up late in lots of parts of the world. Somebody wrote that this work caught their intrigue to the degree that their career path has now changed. They're on their way to someday being on board, maybe a few seasons in the future, and they want to thank us. Thanks isn't enough, but it'll have to do until they can show up with midnight snacks. We do accept midnight snacks as thanks, but also those really mean a lot to us. Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody. I literally flipped a switch, but I appreciate the nice comments. And yes, the turn it off, turn it back on, totally valid.
Yep. Works a lot of the time.
So Miles, what depth are we at now?
1380.
Thank you.
Hope we get out of this current for the next summit attempt, because this would be not very fun for the next watch to do for a couple hours.
Straight into it.
Yeah.
Right in. Sorry, Tim, I didn't hear that. What? I was not. Unless you're on ISC1? Okay. No, ISC1 was flashing, and I was like, is somebody on the East Coast calling me? But no response.
Could you, thanks. Babby?
Babby.
So, Trevor, I could try to do what I just did before, or should I just leave it?
I think that might be a good test. Sure, I think let's do that.
All
yeah.
right. So what I did was I zoomed in, and then it was out of focus, so I moved the focus, and I tried to get it into focus.
Throw it way far out, yeah.
But
I
no,
don't think that was
I've
it.
got it now.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
that was it. I think that was a coincidental timing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. No. I did exactly what I did before,
Yeah.
and it did cause some feedback in the sonar.
Yes, absolutely. I think they are on the same board, same RS-232 board.
But certainly not to the degree that becomes problematic. The yellow.
Yellow was problematic.
Yeah, yeah. But it created a little bit more yellow when I moved the focus, but not as much as it was when it was a problem.
Right.
So.
Good watch, team.
Right, great watch. Oops, I'm coming up.
Hope this current plays nice with the next team.
You're getting close to the turn, right?
Yeah, I think I'll, once we get closer, just hold.
Yeah, cool.
They're late.
They are late. If you're downstairs and can hear us, you're late.
If you're not early, you're late.
Yeah.
Here we are feeling all high and mighty because we came up 1 minute earlier to our shift.
Exactly. We're like, did you see us?
We're way better.
So punctual and considerate.
We put the punk in punctual. I don't even know what that
The
means.
Instagram stories are going to be great for the next 3 hours. Trevor's going to be like, too tired and
Not
delirious.
going to sleep.
time
No
for gym,
sleep.
then look at my SCF relief up here first. All right, let's give it up for Justin Richards, everybody. I am very impressed. And
Classic
I am
pre-watch change. You gotta
off.
just poke the Argus pilot.
Yeah, it's just the
Then you're ready for watch change. Yeah.
All right.
Check. Argus pilot responds to physical haptic feedback.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Megan.
True.
Hey, Rennie.
Steve, so it looks like they picked up a bamboo coral, one of the hemicorallium fans, and then the yellow stony coral.
Right.
And then we have 4 rocks too.
Okay.
And they're all in the starboard bio. So
Awesome.
yeah, we still have 3 big compartments left and all the slurps.
Very good.
Morning.
Hey, Steve.
Hey.
As I understand it, here we are down here.
Yeah.
They tracked a line. They would like to go up this ridge in this fashion, and then eventually up to this one. So I'll drop an intermediary waypoint.
Yep, that's
somewhere up here.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
And, you know, this has been pretty consistent since around 8 o'clock this evening. So I don't think we're going to do much sampling here.
Okay.
So we can scoot. It seems like it's been slow going.
Yeah.
Is that from the ship or from the vehicle's perspective?
It seems like they were tracking at point 2, and it with the cross currents that we have, the subsurface currents and the terrain at point 2, they said felt comfortable. So I think we should start there and then ramp up if it's feeling not so good. But you can see the layback, right? We're held position here, and you can see how far away the vehicles are from the ship, and that's due to the currents, subsurface currents.
Okay.
So they're present.
Yeah. Oh, Steve, I heard that there's a pretty good current where Herc's at right now.
Yeah.
You can see it a little bit on
Yeah.
our screen there. So.
All right, well, upslope, we'll do the best we can.
Okay. We are heading roughly 550 meters, bearing 320. I'm going to call in that move, 0.2 knots, 320.
320, roger.
And it should be generally upslope the whole time.
Roger.
Bridge nav.
Up, Simba.
Can we move the ship tracking a line bearing 320, speed 0.2 knots? Thank you. Check on all my systems here. Everything seems good.
320.
320, roger.
I might have to look off to my right though for the. I'm gonna run the high delta again because we're doing the 3 meter bouncy.
Yeah, I like it. Go ahead and come on up.
Yeah, it seems like we've got a lot of, between the current, the wind, and the swells are all coming from different directions. I think there's a primary swell and a secondary swell, and we can't seem to get it right.
Yeah, Mike says, what do you get a wind readout there on the?
Roger that, yeah, 11 knots.
You're keeping a weather eye on it. So.
Yeah, it's 11 knots and it's coming kind of a bit abeam of us right now, but it seems like it wasn't too comfortable when they were facing more into it, so. We will see.
We will.
What's the depth of intermediate waypoint and waypoint 5?
Well, waypoint 5, I can tell you. The other one, not so easy.
Okay.
Oops. Waypoint 5 is 1150.
Okay.
And these are 10-meter intervals, so 10, 20, 30.
If you're struggling
40,
with the
50,
current, Jess, you might have a bit better luck if you stay directly in front of Argus. That'll be less drag on your tether.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming towards my face right now.
Yeah, so if you keep your nose into it, but also if you're in front of Argus, you won't get the cross section on the tether so much.
Yeah, roger.
They are the 5-meter.
There's some Victor Gorgia here too, so
that makes much more sense.
Might make the difference between if it gets that bad that you're fighting versus doing the arrow through the water thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I think this is 1075. Nope, the other way. One,
How about your
two,
whereabouts?
1225 maybe is the intermediate waypoint depth.
1225.
Yeah,
Roger.
I think that's what it's at. All right, ship is streaming forward, but Argus is slow. There's quite a bit of layback already, and then we're going to be adding more to it in the same direction. So
Yeah.
just anticipate that. Actually, let me measure the current layback. Is 55 meters, so we maybe could expect to settle out 55 meters behind the ship if we do intend on stopping.
Roger.
Yeah, I think a reasonable objective for this watch, small goals, would probably be to at least reach waypoint 5. So we have the daylight hours to explore the upper platform.
Yeah, that would be nice to have some daylight.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be kind of defeat the purpose of exploring the shallows in the dark.
How shallow are we going, Steve?
Shallow as the ship and the vehicles will let us.
Ship will be the limiter.
Yeah, so our last point is at 255 meters, and we'll see.
255?
That's right. Whether or not we get there is not up to me.
Me neither.
We'll do as shallow as is safe. I think I see some small pleurocorallium stubs too. If I see them again, I'll ask for a zoom.
Sure.
Just it would just be a snap zoom. It wouldn't be a settle down and image, because we have good imagery of them from other sites.
Yeah, sounds good.
What is the shallowest you've been with this thing?
Basically, Argus hanging off the back of the ship.
Yeah, pretty much like 30 meters or something. That's not what we typically would do, but
Yeah.
I think it'll be more a driver of the ship being close to shore and shallow water, and the weather. That'll probably be a bridge call.
Yeah.
And also, if there's that ripping undercurrent that we've been experiencing, that might be a
Big factor.
driver.
Yeah. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hope we can get there.
You wanna maybe maintain a 2-0 delta there, Dan?
What's that?
Maybe maintain a 2-0 delta.
Roger.
You can come out a little bit in front of you there.
Yeah, I would imagine, so that the current does impinge on Jarvis Island pretty significantly, and I would imagine that, yeah, this white, predominantly white fan to the right is what I'm talking about, this 3 o'clock far edge.
This one here out.
Just gonna zoom in on that.
Sure. You said it doesn't have to be a full pull-up view.
Mm-hmm.
Roger, go ahead and video and zoom in, please.
Yeah, great.
That's a good video.
So, yeah, there's a anemone there too. Yeah, so this is pleurocorallium alongside hemicorallium. Probably the two most common genera we find in this area in the precious coral family. Look at that crust, so shiny.
Very shiny crust.
All right.
All right, video, go ahead
Good
and come
captures. Yep. All right. We did sample inadvertently some Pleurocorallium from Jarvis Seamount number 1 when it came up on a rock. Just a little bit though. Maybe like 3 or 4 centimeter stub. Right before we went to bed, around 8 o'clock or so, I was noting rather, the pretty significant zonation going on here on the seamount already. Down deep, you all probably saw the bamboo coral garden we sat down in. That was pretty extensive. There's a couple 100 meters at least of fairly dense bamboo corals and large fans as well. And then as soon as it started to get a little slopey, the bamboo corals dwindled away, and it was replaced by primnoids, small chrysogorgiids, and what else was there? Mostly primnoids and chrysogorgiids, although some bamboo whips or unbranched bamboo corals were also present. And then all of a sudden it starts to flatten out again up in the vicinity of waypoint 3, I think we were. And bam, just like massive, dense, precious coral gardens. So
what makes, I heard you say the other day, but I missed half of it. What makes a precious coral, Steve?
So precious corals are in the same family as a coral that is found in the Mediterranean that was for a long time considered to be useful for making jewelry. Even though that coral is significantly shallower, Corallium rubrum was the original name of it. I don't even, this family went through a taxonomic revision lately, and I'm not sure if it's changed, but I think it's still Corallium rubrum. And it has almost a pink luster to it. These precious corals usually have a white luster to the hard part of their skeleton. But that coral was often harvested and turned into gemstones, and so hence the term precious.
Is that the same coral you'll find, you see a lot of it in Okinawa, and Japanese make a lot of jewelry out of it?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it doesn't.
Kind of a reddish.
Yep, precious corals do occur worldwide. What coral species occur within shallow ranges where divers or they could potentially be trawled up is a little unknown to me, but I know that in antiquity, at least the Mediterranean precious coral was the source of the name. And unless there's black corals also out there, I'm sure there are. Black corals are another source of rare gemstones derived from deep sea biology or deep water biology that are harvested, even still to today, harvested for their potential as jewels or gemstones. So what we're kind of doing now is great. This kind of transect mode. This is a great pace. So the data we're collecting can be used to do video analyses of distribution and density of deep sea coral species we're finding along its route. And usually the one major frustrating thing when we're trying to do transect analyses is lots of jerky movements. So this is beautiful, beautiful kind of transect analysis data we're grabbing.
Does that help if we maintain the forward motion, or can we crab back and forth?
You can go back and forth, yeah.
So when you're in that,
As long as it's in a steady pace.
right?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be fast, just steady.
Roger.
So you're using,
I think
You're-
you'll need to pick up the pace a little bit though.
looking at speed over ground and altitude and all
0.2
those
knots,
numbers when
yeah.
you're watching the video?
Yeah, we look at everything. So we do a couple different types of passes, depending on what our questions are. For example, if we're just trying to figure out what or who is in the area, what we'll do is we'll essentially just take down the UTC timestamp of Herc, and then write down the observation of the coral, say Hemicorallium, and then the species name if we know it. If we don't know it, it'll be Hemicorallium species 1. And we'll jot down that observation with the timestamp, and then we'll go back to the environmental data, as we call it, which includes the lat longs, the CTD data, oxygen sensor, and we'll pull all that out using a string of code, and we'll align those occurrences with the with the value at those time points. And we also make some notations about the geological, well, at least the substrate characteristics. So does it look crusty? Is there a heavy sediment drape? You know, what's the slope like? This can be done in quantitative and qualitative methods, but that's generally the flow of things. And then from there, we can parse out the data into any way we want. Do we want to do segments in, or do we want to make our sample size in, do we need any more rocks? Yeah, Rob said we're okay on rocks, right, for a while?
Yeah.
For a little while, okay. Just wanted to check. This looks like a debris field here.
You're losing the race.
Yeah, need to pick it up a little bit. Sorry, guys. Might get a little bit, like 0.3 knots speed over ground for you for a minute there, Steve.
Yep. So one of the things we do sometimes is...
Yeah, I think that speed over ground, I don't know if that, no, never mind. I was just gonna postulate whether that factored in terrain, but I think it's just going off the XY velocity, so it should be fine. Unless it goes by the DVL velocity, which would probably be your upslope is gonna slow you down.
You don't get both, do you? In it?
Can we look to the
DVL,
right?
XY, raw data, and USBL
time.
calculated
Sorry,
speed?
Steve. What do you want to look
Look
at?
to the right on that. There's a red something on that. Is that a squat lobster? Can we just do a quick snap?
Is it a pycnogonid?
I think it might be a pycnogonid.
That's good video.
It is.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Big old pycnogonid.
Big old pycnogonid.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
I think their guts are in each of their legs.
All right, video. Go ahead and come wide slow, please.
The reproductive organs.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have a big long proboscis, and I'm guessing he's preying on something there. He or she.
Yeah.
Is preying on something there. Maybe the coral itself, but we see them sometimes. They can even just stick their proboscis in a coral polyp, or they can stick their proboscis in a big anemone and just kind of like drain the life force out of it.
Wow.
They're really ruthless.
Let's see.
I have a photo of a sea spider feeding on an anemone, and it's feeding on it, and the anemone is just like had enough. It's just drooped and not happy. But we also see them feeding on bamboo corals and even cup corals. They'll stick their proboscis into the cup coral and just kind of slurp it up.
And they didn't really have a reason to stop doing that, would they? Nothing's gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
just sit there and drain the whole
coming
thing.
up.
Yeah.
There's a big sea star there.
I'm not sure what the predators of a sea spider might be.
Yeah.
If it's maybe fishes.
Yeah.
Potentially. But yeah, that was a pretty big one. They get big.
I was kind of thinking about that the other day. We hadn't seen a picnigonid, and I don't think this cruise, at least not on the watches we had.
We found a picnigonid on one of the samples last dive in the wet lab, and unfortunately it was dead. It was just the carcass, and it had accumulated all sorts of garbage on it.
Oh, it was dead upon collecting?
Yeah, we picked it off a rock.
Oh, I see.
I did just see a primnoid fan that I don't know what it was, but maybe, I think we'll see another one. We might be moving out of the precious coral little garden as I think I see it in the distance, in fact.
Yeah, those
That white fan in the upper left.
Yeah.
Can we take a look at that?
Yeah, which one you want?
The white fan?
Alright, I'm assuming it's the one in the background here.
Yeah, all white, no pink.
All white, no pink, roger.
Just a quick view.
Such
I think
a
I
different
know what it
branching
is, in fact.
pattern than the others.
Yeah, so this is a primnoid, I think.
Alright, video, go ahead and push in a bit there, please.
And if we
Go ahead
can
and push in a bit faster.
look at the polyps, we can make a approximation of the identification. I think this is going to be a little
Roger.
tough to tell.
You want to come a little bit wide there, please? Thanks. Okay, go ahead and push in there, please.
It looks like the polyps are bending down the axis. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
it
look for
does.
closed polyps. At least the tendency is.
Right.
So I'm guessing this is probably in the genus Norella. Okay. If we see another one in a better condition, we'll take a better zoom in. But
All right, come
this
wide,
is good
please.
for
video.
now.
Delta's going to run a bit higher there, Jess. I'm going by the 20-meter ring on the mezzo.
Roger.
but you're under us, so it's okay, yeah?
How are those swell snaps doing? You get in like 5 meters?
What's that?
How are the swell snaps doing? You getting through 5 meters there?
They're 10-meter rolls there.
Roger.
The big ones are anyways.
What's the swell doing these days? Is it 2 meters still?
I'm seeing 10 on the Argus altimeter.
10 meters.
On the big ones, yeah.
Yeah.
See the little squiggly lines here on the screen? The bottom of that's 30 and the next box up's 20. So.
Mm-hmm.
Just curious because it feels like more of a roll than a pitch, but
Does. I think it's just all of them at once. And then I think the swells themselves look only to be like 3 meters or so, but once you add it all together.
You want to quick zoom on this guy?
Yeah,
This
please.
is the polyp one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, video, go ahead and push in, please. Zooming.
So this is different, I think,
That's
from,
good.
from the one we just looked at.
oh, it's a little sponge for the. It's a condo sponge.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that good for you there, Steve?
Yeah, that's good enough for now.
All right, video, come wide, please. Gotta move again anyway.
What was the sponge that was kind of behind it there with the less dense polyps?
That was a zoanthid,
Okay.
and yeah, zoanthid.
I meant to ask this when we saw the crab, but how does he have the ability to keep his like organs and stuff in his legs?
The picniconid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that just doesn't have a lot of body space.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not entirely sure how it evolved to do that, but
Yeah.
it's got some organs in the arms.
Neat trick, right?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I mean, land spiders don't do that, as far as I can tell, right?
Yeah.
Do they have any adaptations for stuffing their organs into their appendages?
No.
Double stuff.
How related
Not as many
are
threats down here.
land spiders and picniconids?
Sorry?
I was asking Steve, unless someone
Yeah.
else knows.
What was your question already?
How related are land spiders and picniconids?
Are picniconids crabs?
I don't think they are.
No. Picniconids are actually spiders. Yeah, they're in the same group, the Chelicerata, as the real land spiders. Real spiders.
Real spider, yeah.
No, they're in the same group, but also in that group you also have
Thank you.
things like scorpions, and you have horseshoe crabs. They're all in that group together.
Wait, so a horseshoe crab is more related to a land spider than it is a crab?
That's right.
Cool.
I grew up in Delaware, and there's horseshoe crabs at the beach. Fond memories of flipping those things over. Trying to save them.
Yeah.
Not the other way
Could go
around.
either way.
Yeah, no, not
Yeah, I was gonna say ready. Sorry.
Yep. Those things were one of my primary interests to go into marine biology because they're just so weird.
Yeah, blue blood.
Blue
yeah, I was just
blood,
about to say
yeah.
that. People like harvest their blood, right? Yep.
They've been on Earth for like 300, 400 million years unchanged.
Right. They have very select spots where they go.
What's so special about their blood? I think it's an anticoagulant property. Is that true?
I believe that that's correct.
Yeah, you can use it to test for contamination in drugs, for example,
Huh.
or in tissue or blood. Yeah, body fluids.
A lot of corals here, Steve.
It is. It's nuts. We're going through another zonation change again, where we're getting primnoids like crazy.
How many
So
times will you watch this video then?
Maybe you'll have grad students do it for you. Hey, Steve's grad students.
Or undergrads. there.
Future.
No, if I do it, it'll probably be myself. Probably unemployed, trying to do it, generating enough data to write a proposal or something, a postdoc proposal. That's probably where this.
What was that soft coral to the right?
Yeah, can we just snap back to that, just out of the frame to the right?
That one.
There we go. Okay. If you can snap in.
Yeah, stand by. All right, video, go ahead and push in there quick.
I know what it is. I just want to get some good captures.
It's good.
Wow, it's beautiful. Is it an anemone?
It is not. It's not even a coral, technically.
Oh, sorry, guys. All right, video, come wide, please.
So that is a solitary hydroid.
Huh.
They grow like that on a stalk, related to the hydroids that we see, fouling up dead coral colonies and sponges and bits.
Yeah.
But just a single solitary polyp.
It's huge. Never seen that. Maybe I have. I don't know.
On dive 1, on the ridges, we came upon one of these things. It was one of the first things we saw. It was just massive. It must have been at least half a meter tall stalk sitting in the sediment with like massive trailing tentacles. They can get big, yeah. Yeah, so I'm seeing some zoanthids too that are on these corallium. I'm not sure if that's actually gold coral or if it's just some other yellow zoanthid, but we'll be able to tell when we get back because they picked up a sample in the last watch. Some sponges here too. Looks like Eublectella.
Do you want me to look at them, or?
No, it's all right. We'll look at the next series. There's a bunch here.
Sure thing.
Or Eublectellidae, probably, in that family.
I think this pace is good. I think you just want to be a little further ahead while you're doing the pace. That way you don't have to stop to pull away. Can, but it takes a while to start back up. Not as efficiently as one would hope with the computer driving, yeah.
Anyone?
It's just a limitation of the system. It's not limitation of procedure or anything. Just happen to know how finicky it is.
Anyone else's chair like unbalanced?
No.
It tends to tilt back, and then it tilts up, and then it tilts back.
One of mine is uneven, so I go back and then just go boom.
You sugar packet.
Seeing the beating that these chairs have been through in their life, I think they're good quality.
Herman Miller Aeron, not a sponsor, but could be.
Yeah.
Sell it, Ren. You sell it.
I've actually wanted to get one of these chairs for my
home
office
it's
too.
a dream chair. I want one.
Yeah.
They're great.
They're like $1,000 though.
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah.
get them on sale when they're refurbished, or like during the holidays. Sometimes they have clearance sales.
Yeah.
For used ones, a couple $100.
It's funny when they bring us replacements to take our lifetime guarantee. So they bring us, I don't know if it's a brand new one or whatever, but it comes with all the plastic on it and everything.
Yeah.
It looks brand new.
Yeah.
And they pack our old greasy torn ones away.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy lifetime.
They bring the refurbished one back and it looks brand new again, and they take the other one away.
Yeah, we replaced the mesh on the bottom of a couple of these, but aside from that, they hold up great.
They have good resale value too.
See, look at that. Could be a sponsor. Talking it up.
I'm not saying anything yet. Haven't sponsored or endorsed anything.
Smart, Steve. Smart. Otherwise, it's free advertisement.
Yeah. No, I don't do that.
The most important part about these chairs is they have fixed feet and not wheels on the bottom.
Yeah.